YouTube, internet family, what's up? We are doing some holiday baking in the Bearhoff household today. I am still in my pajamas because we don't care around here. So I am making some 35 calorie protein chocolate chip cookies today. I found this recipe, well actually I follow this account on Instagram. This is Lauren Fit Foodie. I'll put her handle somewhere. But she makes really good macro-friendly desserts. And I'm gonna make this for my next door neighbor and then the neighbor who lives behind me because she watches my son. Next door neighbor gave me the, or she didn't give me this, but she's an Arbonne representative. Is that, I think that's what they're called. But I got this cinnamon roll protein from her. I'm not affiliated with Arbonne at all. I don't sell it. I haven't even tried this, so I hope it's good. Instead of making these into chocolate chip cookies, I'm going to make them into snickerdoodle cookies because I think this cinnamon roll flavor would be really good. But I'll put her website below, and I'll also put a friend of mine from high school and college also sells Arbonne, so I'll put her link below too, so that if you're interested in it, that you can try it out. I have a lot of other proteins too. This is the one that I've been using as of late. I don't get the hype around this. I just don't. It has chocolate chip cookies in it, but it's like, that's I think the only thing that's really special about it. But I normally use a whey casein blend, which is like you kind of have to look at like the different kinds of proteins that you use. I prefer a whey casein blend. I also think that casein, however you say it, I also think that it bakes better. Pea Science is a really, really good company for that kind of protein, which this recipe actually I think uses Pea Science products. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this one works well. Usually I don't normally have an issue baking with plant-based protein because this is, yeah, pea protein, cranberry protein, and rice protein. I normally don't have an issue baking with plant-based protein, so we'll see how this goes today. So one of the reasons why I'm making this recipe instead of like a traditional cookie recipe is because I feel like so many people make traditional cookies around the holidays, and I don't ever want to put pressure on somebody to continuously indulge. I don't think there's anything wrong with eating cookies. I had a cookie for dinner last night. I'm not gonna lie. This time of year, there's so many treats, there's so many goodies, and I personally love to bake to show people that I love them. Like that's one of my love languages. That's one of the ways I show love is through baking and cooking. And if I'm gonna do that during a time of year where there's a lot of baked goods already, if I'm doing that during a time of year where there's already a lot of baked goods already, I don't want to put somebody into a position where they feel like they have to eat something that's higher in calories, because I don't want to, I don't know, I just don't want to contribute to somebody feeling food guilt. So I'm gonna make these lower calorie ones. They're gonna have protein powder in them. There's a lot of vitamins in this protein powder, so you know, it's just an extra goodie that they can maybe feel better about eating. We also gain, I think it's like, I have to look up the statistic, but we gain, I think 50% of the weight that we're gonna gain all year within the holidays. So, you know, with that being said, be mindful. Don't be afraid to say no to goodies if someone offers you goodies. Eat what you like. Be a grown-up and still eat your vegetables. But this is at least, you know, a nice recipe that if you have like a holiday cookie exchange and you want to maybe give someone a lower calorie option, maybe try this out. I haven't tried this recipe yet, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. So 375, medium bowl, mix all dry ingredients. Okay, so dry ingredients. It says 30 grams of vanilla protein powder. I'm gonna use the cinnamon roll protein. Oh, it smells good. Okay, so 2 scoops I think is 30 grams. 2 scoops is 40 grams, so I'll do like a little bit less than 2 scoops. Six teaspoons or 30 grams of all-purpose flour or cake flour. And half a teaspoon of baking soda. I couldn't find any baking soda in my fridge, so I'm just gonna use baking powder. 1 teaspoon of sweetener of choice. She says she used stevia. I have like a whole little thing of stevia here. Okay, so all the dry ingredients are in here. So 2 teaspoons of light butter. So we use this Smart Balance butter. I know it's a vegetable oil blend, but it's what me and my husband like. Melt that in the microwave. Okay, so the butter is, sorry, there we go. If it doesn't melt all the way down, I just stir it together and that melts like the last little bit. Okay, so add the butter. Add the rest of the wet ingredients and mix until batter is smooth. So going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So since it only says 35 grams of egg whites instead of a different measurement, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my scale for that. And I'll measure that out to see about how much it is for you. I wanna say it's like a 1/4 cup. Let's see, this is a 1/3 cup, so it should. Yeah, about a 1/4 cup of egg whites is what I would say if you're not using a kitchen scale. So just under half of a cup of canned pumpkin. It says 50 grams, so I'll weigh that out. Okay, so that's about what 50 grams of canned pumpkin looks like. Let's, in comparison to this 1/3 cup, I'd say it's probably about a 1/4 cup. Smells so good. This protein powder honestly like smells really good. I think it might only be like a limited seasonal flavor though, so I don't know how often it's available. I'm just gonna add a little bit more cinnamon since it's supposed to be like a snickerdoodle flavor cookie. Just shaking a little bit. I love canned pumpkin for lower calorie dessert options because it bakes really well and you don't taste pumpkin, so you can use it for like any kind of flavor profile that you're wanting to make. Use a sprayed baking pan, divide batter out to make 10 cookies. I'm just using this coconut oil spray. And this is how much batter it makes. It really doesn't make like a whole lot of batter. So I think part of the reason why they're only 35 calories per cookie is just because they're so little. Okay, so I was barely able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cookies out of this. This one's like so tiny that honestly I'll probably eat that and then I'll just split up the rest of the batch between my 2 neighbors. But yeah, I definitely had to scrape like the whole bowl and the mixing attachment so that I could get enough for 10 cookies. They're small, but I think that's okay because you really like If you just want something sweet, you just need a taste of something. So since I'm making these into snickerdoodle cookies, I'm going to make like a cinnamon sugar topping. So I'm gonna take some granulated stevia. And all I have left are toddler spoons. Put some of this in here. I just did like maybe a teaspoon. And then I'm gonna shake some cinnamon in there. And I'm going to sprinkle this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna sprinkle this mixture over top of the cookies, just a little bit on top of each one. Okay, so now these are gonna go in the oven for 5 minutes.
The cookie's finished just in time. My little man woke up from his nap. Can mommy have a kiss? Mwah.
So after 5 minutes, I actually ended up taking a spatula and smushing them down because since they're not like normal cookies, they don't spread apart while they bake. So I just smushed them down with a spatula to kind of make them more of like a coin shape. I baked them for another 3 minutes because I felt like they needed it a little bit. These turned out really good. I think that protein powder works really, really well in baked goods. So that's good to know because I love to bake with protein powder. And he's looking at the gluten-free cookies for the mailman.
And you want a cookie?
Okay. So thank you for watching. I really hope you liked this video. And again, the recipe, the recipe is from Lauren Fit Foodie. You can find her on Instagram. She has really great content. So I'm excited to give these to my neighbors. I think they'll really like them. You like that cookie? Can you say cookie? Cookie? Cookie?
Very good.
Oh, I know this is the norm on YouTube, but it makes me feel really uncomfortable to tell you to like and subscribe. So just do it if you want to do it. Thanks for watching. Is that so good? Is it a good cookie? Are you doing a little dance? Yeah, dance, baby, dance. Or just eat your cookie, that's fine.